Hey, so a little bit of an introduction to back to the channel again. I had to do a couple things where I'm like, I got bored of the old set, so I decided to move things up around my room. It's not too hush right now. It's a little bit of the same basis as I started it out, but sooner or later I'm gonna add some masks, maybe a couple little posters and stuff. For right now, I'm just gonna enjoy the new set the way it is. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Dear Kitty, over here, back again with another video. So we got a new, or should I say, our first official gameplay for the new Indiana Jones game, The Great Circle, and it kind of sucks because I'm a PlayStation guy, and I did hear that they were going to release it for PS5 next year, but for right now, the Microsoft's Xbox players get to have their fun with it. And it's been a while since I've seen some footage because I remember the last trailer they put out. I was like, okay, I get a little bit of the vibe. You get going in between movies, and the fact that they're doing young Harrison Ford with a new voice, Troy Baker. And we saw a little bit of how the gameplay mechanics are going to work for this one because they're not doing the whole Star Wars Jedi games where they're doing the whole third person. You're looking at it from a third person perspective, but they're doing it basically first person as you're doing the adventure. Well, in between, you're going to switch out to third person. I don't know. I need to see the gameplay out in motion because part of that seems a little bit different, but it is kind of also remnant of the way you play Uncharted, which is like, oh, so they don't want to do this exactly like an Uncharted clone since Indiana Jones is the original one before Nathan Drake. And funny enough, as I'm doing this, I'm still waiting for Skeleton Crew since they didn't do the whole 12 to 3 a.m. release. So I'm like, okay, they're going to be doing this first, and then the two episodes come out later tonight. I'm going to get a little mini review for that also since I'm still waiting for it, and I got about an hour until the episode's premiere. But Star Wars can wait. Let's talk about Indiana Jones. So let's get to the trailer. We're gonna have to do the change that for Sony when
Every
they
good
do it.
story is told in one way or another. And I know one you haven't heard of. Dr. Jones. So what I'd like to do is put the guns down.
Go ahead. I'll knock your teeth out.
It still looks good with these
Oh, what
cutscenes
brings
in
you to
between
the
frames.
Vatican, Indy?
I'm looking for someone.
Oh, Tony Todd is in
Stole
this?
something from me, and I mean to
Ooh,
find out why.
gotta say this. R.I.P.
Right now, I'm looking
Yeah.
into the disappearance of my sister.
I didn't even know he was gonna be
And I
part of this
believe
game.
Emmerich Boss is responsible.
So this great circle, they think it's a conduit of some kind of power, correct?
Boss certainly does. He believes it'll secure his place in history. I'll have to study it some more. A circle must be complete to what? There's always a trigger.
Booby trap. Oh, yep, couple of them.
Good luck, Indy.
Legends say these relics hold a force that could change the course of history.
This first person thing, I wonder how that's gonna be just playing.
You should know by now. I am always in control.
You're good at this, Dr. Jones.
I know enough to get me into trouble.
Something about this with this game, it still has the flow of an old school Indiana Jones adventure. Something the dialogue Destiny couldn't even. Oh, they recreated that scene
Don't
from
you really
Raiders.
know what this is all about?
You're damn right I do.
Yeah, I gotta wait till next year. A lot of good collectibles. Nice.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
So far, so good. I know that the game comes out, I guess, next week, since I didn't even realize it was going to be coming next week. I'm going to try hard enough to stay away from spoilers, and I know hopefully they don't try to at least show me little bits and pieces of the game, because I have a feeling like once it transfers over to PlayStation, maybe they could try and refine a couple things, because I already know that there could be some issues. I'm not sure about it yet, because I remember back when Jedi Fallen Order came out, there were a couple glitches within the game itself, and as you're playing the game, slowly it would process itself, which I already have a feeling that maybe it could happen with this game also. And like the voice work, which is funny enough because I know they tried doing as much as they could to de-age Harrison Ford in the Dial of Destiny, and you can tell in those flashback sequences we had a young Harrison face, but his voice was still the whole gruffly stubborn, I wouldn't say, voice, that growly sense he has now. But in this, it looks like Troy Baker has perfectly mastered his voice, and it looks like we're gonna get a lot of young Indy in this too. So I have a feeling like once this game comes out globally, I'm not gonna be able to review it. I want to review it as I play because I still want to try and talk about games. Mortal Kombat 1 has been doing its thing lately, and Ghostface just was added, so I'm having a lot of fun with that Black Friday bonus. But yeah, solid gameplay, and hopefully enough, the PS5 releases somewhere between March, because I know when it says spring, I know it's going to be like the quarter two part of 2025, and hopefully enough they could try to release it in March because spring break around, and I kind of want to. Hopefully, this comes out during a spring sale. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching. This isn't the end though. Star Wars is coming out in a few hours, and I can't wait to talk about Skeleton Crew once that releases. So I'll catch that video on the flip side, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.